Want to text an older woman and make her obsessed with you? Forget boring small talk. I'll show you how to flirt with confidence, make her laugh, and build attraction over text. Plus, I'll give you real examples you can copy right now. Let's turn those texts into dates. Older women value confidence. When you text them, every message should reflect certainty, playfulness, and a sense of direction. They are not looking for a timid, unsure man who waits for validation with every message. Instead, they want to engage with someone who knows what he wants and isn't afraid to go after it. Texting should never be about endless small talk. Most men make the mistake of treating conversations like casual check-ins. Asking, "How was your day?" or "What are you up to?" is a fast way to blend into the crowd. Older women receive dozens of messages like that. What sets you apart is engaging them in a way that sparks emotions, curiosity, and anticipation. Instead of, "How's your day?" try something like, "I have a feeling your day was more exciting than mine. Tell me something I wouldn't expect." This puts the ball in her court while keeping it playful and unpredictable. The way you phrase things matters. Confidence isn't just about what you say, but how you say it. Instead of, "Would you like to go out sometime?" say, "Let's grab a drink Friday. I know a spot you'll love." The difference is subtle but powerful. The first message asks for permission. The second assumes attraction and creates a scenario. Women are naturally drawn to decisive men who lead rather than hesitate. Teasing is an essential part of flirting. It creates tension, builds excitement, and establishes a fun, dynamic energy. Without it, conversations feel dull and transactional. If she mentions she enjoys wine, say, "You seem like the type who pretends to know all the fancy wine terms, but secretly just picks the bottle with the prettiest label." This keeps the conversation light and humorous, showing that you're comfortable enough to challenge her in a playful way. Pacing matters. You don't want to overload her with messages or seem too eager. A great rule of thumb is to mirror her level of investment. If she responds quickly and enthusiastically, match that energy. If she takes a few hours to respond, don't immediately reply within seconds. This prevents you from coming across as desperate or overly available. Attraction thrives on a bit of uncertainty. Nicknames add an extra layer of flirtation. Calling her troublemaker, missy, or cutie turns an otherwise ordinary text into something more intimate. Compare "Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow" versus "Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow, troublemaker." The second message carries more warmth and personality, making it feel special rather than generic. Using images and voice messages creates a stronger emotional connection. Texts are static, but a quick selfie from an interesting place or a voice note with a playful tone adds a new dimension. If you're out somewhere cool, send a picture and say, "Thought of you when I saw this. You'd love it." This sparks curiosity and brings her into your world, rather than keeping everything confined to dry text exchanges. Older women are busy, and they don't have time for endless back and forths that go nowhere. If she's responding positively, escalate to a date sooner rather than later. Texting should always have forward momentum. If a conversation lingers too long in digital form, the spark begins to fade. Suggesting a specific plan makes it easier for her to say yes. Instead of, "We should hang out sometime," say, "I know the perfect place for us. Let's do Thursday at 7. This makes it effortless for her to respond with a yes, rather than having to think about logistics. A mistake men often make is texting too much before a meeting. Attraction is built through anticipation, not overexposure. A few engaging exchanges are enough to create interest. Once you sense mutual enthusiasm, shift the conversation towards setting up a date. Keeping things mysterious makes her more excited to meet you in person. Avoid interview-style conversations. Asking, "What do you do? Where are you from? What are your hobbies?" turns texting into a predictable exchange. Instead, create engaging dialogue by making assumptions or playing games. Instead of, "What do you do?" say, "Let me guess, you're either an art thief or a secret agent." No in between. This turns a basic question into something playful and fun. If she's teasing you, lean into it. Women enjoy a man who can handle a little pushback. If she says, "You think you're smooth, don't you?" reply with, "Only when I'm talking to you." This keeps the flirtation alive rather than deflating the interaction with a neutral response. Texting should reflect the energy of real-life interaction. If a message feels flat or overly formal, rethink it. Imagine how you would say something in person. If you wouldn't walk up to a woman and say, "Hello, how was your day?" then don't text that either. Make your texts feel natural, spontaneous, and full of energy. Don't chase. If she's not responding with enthusiasm or is giving short, non-committal replies, pull back. Desperation is the quickest way to kill attraction. Instead of trying harder to keep the conversation alive, allow space. When you stop over-investing, she either starts showing more interest or naturally drifts away. Either way, you maintain control. Women respond to excitement and unpredictability. If she asks, "How's your day?" don't just say, "Good, how about you?" Instead, say something unexpected like, "Surprisingly eventful. Had a run-in with a squirrel who was way too confident. I think I lost that battle." This kind of response adds personality and makes the conversation enjoyable rather than routine. Playful challenges keep the conversation dynamic. Say something like, "I bet you couldn't go an entire day without checking your phone." Or, "I have a feeling you'd lose in a staring contest." These little challenges create moments of fun and engagement. Subtle escalation through language sets the tone. Saying, "I have a feeling you're trouble," or "You seem like someone I should keep an eye on," builds intrigue. These statements imply attraction without being overly explicit, keeping the flirtation exciting rather than heavy-handed. When setting up a date, frame it as something you're doing anyway. Instead of, "Would you like to go out with me?" say, "I'm trying this new sushi spot Friday. You should join." This makes it feel natural rather than needy, making her more likely to say yes. Understanding when to step back is as important as knowing when to push forward. If she's responding slowly or her enthusiasm is fading, don't keep trying to revive the conversation. Sometimes attraction builds from absence. If she's interested, she'll notice your lack of messaging and re-engage. Knowing how to read her responses is key. If she's sending emojis, asking follow-up questions, or keeping the conversation going, that's a sign she's engaged. If she's giving short answers with no effort to continue the exchange, it's best to pause rather than push. Men often overcomplicate texting. The goal is to make her feel emotions: curiosity, excitement, anticipation. A text should either make her smile, laugh, or think about seeing you in person. If it's not doing any of those things, it's unnecessary. Using voice notes strategically can make a huge impact. A message like, "I have a feeling you'd be a terrible influence on me," sounds more flirtatious when spoken than when written. The tone, delivery, and energy behind a voice note can do more than a text ever could. Sometimes, pulling away creates the most attraction. If you've been texting consistently and then take a small step back, it makes her wonder what you're up to. Mystery is powerful. If she's interested, she'll reach out. Once she's showing consistent engagement, take things offline as soon as possible. Texting is only a tool, it's not the relationship itself. Keeping interactions playful, concise, and flirtatious while leading toward a real meeting is the best way to create genuine attraction.